Welcome. If you're a woman who has a sense that there's more out there for you, you're in the right place. I'm Whitney Baker, host of the Electric Ideas podcast. Somewhere along the line of work and kids, life carried on, but I lost track of my truth. I'm on a reflective journey, and that's what this podcast is all about. Each week, I interview a woman who is lighting her own path and offering others hope. Before our conversation ends, we'll share a reflective question for you to explore. Sometimes all we need is a jolt, a fresh idea, an aha moment that connects us to a sense of possibility. This, my friends, is what I call an electric idea. Welcome back to Electric Ideas. I'm your host, Whitney Baker, and this is a mini jolt, a short episode that I hope sparks something fresh for you. A lot of people think of meditation as some new age tool to just get into the chill zone. And while there is tons of research to back up the connection between regular meditation and stress reduction, I find seeing meditation as only a stress reduction tool can be rather limiting. So I want to talk about these less discussed benefits that I've experienced. And those are: meditation gives me time back in my day, and meditation helps me spend more time in the present moment. So what do I mean when I say my meditation practice gives me time back in my day? Well, my meditation practice has helped me increase my ability to surrender to what is without having it suck away as much time wasted in stagnant frustration. So let me give you a few examples. A flight gets canceled, or somebody no-shows to a meeting I built my schedule around. It's not that I don't experience disappointment, but meditating regularly has slowed everything down for me a bit. Conversely, it's helped me be a more clear thinker and process things more quickly. I don't always get it right, but I feel more spaciousness to respond versus react when daily detours happen. I like to jump into the mindset of treating it as if I chose it. So we all know that much of life is out of our control. We are going to have things shift. There are going to be unpredictable parts and perhaps unhappy surprises that we encounter almost every day. So instead of swirling in the angry and frustration stew and reacting poorly to the situation, I try to assume it's a blessing in disguise, and I am more often able to move on with my day. Like, okay, this is no longer happening. Do I get an unexpected 30 minutes to go for a walk or read my book instead? I don't want to go too woo on you guys, but there's also a reason that throughout history and across all regions of the world, people have created stories and religion and yearned to connect with something greater than themselves. Meditation has helped answer this call for me. And when hiccups happen or plans change, or I miss an exit and add 10 minutes to my drive time, I save a lot of time and energy by trusting that it's for the better. I am a perfectly imperfect human who just shows up each day to practice. So it's not about getting a 10 out of 10 score on this every time, but this perspective often gives me more spaciousness in my day-to-day, and it also protects my peace. Another way meditation gives me more time back in my day is that it allows me to think more clearly. Our modern world can feel like being on a high-speed train where we're trying to make out what's out the window, but it's kind of zooming by and things are coming at us faster than we can digest. Oftentimes when we're doing something, we're half distracted and half on autopilot, and our brains are brimming with incessant chatter. It's no wonder that we don't complete things. When you practice meditation, you are training your brain for the ability to embrace deep concentration. And as we all navigate this distracted, 24/7 on, technology-driven world, I think attention span is worth intentionally cultivating. It's not that I don't have the inner babbler, but through meditation, I am more attuned to when it's flicked on in my brain. But this awareness allows me to notice it and, as possible, tend to it before I try to move forward with anything, because I know I will be in a better position to do whatever I'm doing to my best capability. I'm not superhuman. I still have days where I'm grumpy and I get overwhelmed or stressed, but I do feel a regular meditation practice has allowed me to thwart the once well-worn groove of feeling chronic stress, and I'm able to more often approach projects with a totally different energy that I would not have had a decade ago. This all ties back to how meditation helps open up more time in my day, because when I manage to approach projects from an energy of openness instead of pressure, they tend to unfold more quickly and take less time. All right, moving on. A second secret of meditators, or less talked about benefit that I've experienced personally, and that is the ability to more quickly drop into the present moment, which is important because love and true connection is probably what we really crave the most. Yet most of us are running around, juggling all the balls, or overcommitting because we think it's going to make us feel good or be more loved. But I've found actually when you have the emotional capacity to drop in, to be where your feet are and enjoy the people and places in front of you, that's when life gets to be more satisfying. Sometimes we just overcomplicate it so much. And I get it. Some days annoying stuff happens. We've got demanding clients or pesky school forms or volunteering regrets or medical setbacks that some days make you want to crawl back into bed. Yes, we can get better at boundaries. We can cull and curate our lives, but there's always going to be tricky stuff to navigate. The deal is that with meditation, I found I'm better equipped to transition past the mental swirl of everything. And when it's time to drop in with my people, I can go there. Not every day is perfect, but having a daily anchor, a daily practice like meditation that slows me down and helps me self-connect, allows me to see the bigger picture for my life and prioritize the energy I want to share with my clients and, most importantly, with the people I love. So the question today becomes, how might I cultivate or deepen a meditation practice in my own life? And I want to broaden this question for reflection just a tiny bit more because I don't believe there's a prescription for all of us. And if meditation is not your jam, I encourage you to find another nourishing practice for yourself that allows you to get still and reconnect with yourself and your inner knowing. And I'll be honest, as somebody who teaches meditation, one of the trickiest parts about it is that in our instant gratification world, it's a slow burn. My daughter is baking right now for a shamrock shake this month. And if I can get past what's lurking in the ingredients, I could probably have one of those shakes on my doorstep in about 25 minutes delivered. And that is the environment we are living in. Meditation doesn't work that way. It takes time. And unfortunately, we're swimming in a world that seems to have less and less tolerance for that. I wish I had an overnight fix for women, but I don't. But what I can say is just begin, because minutes and days and weeks add up faster than you think. I have hope because you're here, because you've made your way to the Electric Ideas community, which means you are someone who is open to feeling fully alive. You want to contribute your gifts. You want to tend to yourself in a way that allows you to create, share, and give with ease. And if this sounds like you, I am very excited to introduce a new way to work with me. Available today is a new self-guided course that I wrote called 5 Days to Less Stress, More Satisfaction. The reason I created this course is because people have so many excuses of when and where and why they can't meditate or get going. And I just wanted to make it so easy for you to begin. Meditation isn't something you can just read about. You have to experience it and practice it to understand. And as a longtime practitioner and certified meditation teacher, I've witnessed firsthand the magical shifts that happen when we learn to get still. Stress softens, clarity sharpens, life starts to feel different. So if you're feeling scattered, if you're feeling overwhelmed, or like you're constantly reacting to life instead of living it with intention, this course is for you. It's a very low cost course and only 5 days, just because I believe in momentum. When you buy this course, you receive 5 beautifully crafted meditations that you can return to anytime. They are yours to keep. Each day has a theme, and with that day, you'll also get simple, soul-nourishing prompts to help you get clear. I found that the best time to self-reflect is after a practice like meditation. When women settle that snow globe of chatter in their minds and tap into their inner knowing, it's much easier to get clear on what really matters. So, along with each meditation, there are daily journaling prompts for reflection, as well as an activation, a small daily practice that will either be fun or bring energy to your day or bring ease and flow in, depending on the topic of the day. I run a 6-week program a few times a year for women, and my clients love it. But I do get a lot of responses of women saying, I'd love to do this, but I just can't find the time, or I'm not able to swing that investment at that moment. And that is why I wanted to create something smaller, digestible, accessible, and that you can implement at a time that feels right for you. So just to wrap up, I'm so glad you're here today. Whether you are a seasoned meditator or someone who's looking to jumpstart their practice, I hope hearing about my experience of meditation and how having a consistent practice gives me a feeling that I get time back in my day and helps me be more present in my day-to-day life inspired you to lean in to this life-giving practice. And if you are somebody who's interested in checking out my new course, 5 Days to Less Stress, More Satisfaction, it is a click away. You could begin tomorrow. You can access the course in the show notes. If you have questions or you want additional information about the course or you can't find the link, just email me. It's whitney@myelectricideas.com. I'd love to hear from you, and I hope you have an inspired day. I'm so glad you joined me today. If you're looking for more, feel free to connect with me on Instagram at @WhitneyWoman. And if you enjoyed the show, I invite you to support me by leaving a review or sharing it with a friend. Hope you have an inspired day.